Welcome to whatever night's going to be. I have no idea.
What's up, Lucretius? The only person.
Yeah, well, Scrooge is the only one watching.
Well, there's a busy night. There was Cole on Gary's channel who will have to watch on the rewind, and Comic Journey's got Comic Tom on right now. So.
Ooh. Yeah, I said hi to 7:30 his time. So it's been an hour ago when he logged in. So I said hi to him. He was there sitting. He's like, I'm early. I'm like, yeah, you are. Oh, I cannot say too much going on. What is everybody up to?
Well, I just got back to town on Sunday, so. But on my way, I stopped at the Heroes and House of Heroes in Oshkosh and picked up a few cheap ass books like.
Hang on, you're gonna.
Just stuff I pick up whenever I can find them. Like the first new Doom Patrol with Negative Woman and a few other characters. I'm a Doom Patrol junkie. I got another copy of this. This one actually has the Mask comic inside of it. So this is the first Amanda Waller. This one I've never seen before, and it was like $5. I picked it up. It's like Fantaco's Chronicles, artist interviews, the history of Spider-Man. So whatever, it's a weird one.
Yeah, that is weird.
Well, it's just, again, I'd never seen it before, so I was like, well, it's copyright might be Marvel Comics Group. So I was like, well, fuck it, I'll pick it up. And a good old From Beyond the Unknown, one of the kind of yeah. I like these covers where the artist draws what's about to kill them kind of stuff. It's another one of those little tropes I dig. Murder Falcon #1, the second print. I don't have the first print. And then this. These are from Princess of Comic Games. I did a mystery box on her Whatnot, and so she threw in these as bonus books for me. Howard the Duck 4 and 5, which is pretty nice. Oh no, this is another win I went off of somebody else's Whatnot. Silver Surfer Black variant cover, and this is from the Gainers. I won this one on their Young Guns 1 and 2 ratio apparently, but then I did the Princess. She does she'll do these mystery boxes on Friday nights. And it's like $20 to get in, so you get 3 books, and then you get a chance that gets you on a wheel where you can win a slab, and then you have and she'll also have at least a couple of the boxes have pretty nice books. So I was like, well, $20, not my jam. So these are going to probably go into a $1,000 giveaway or something. So we get what is this? I don't even know what the hell this is.
It's something.
It's a role play variant. I'm assuming it's a Red Sonja role play variant or something like that. So, and then Peach Momoko 1 and 11 Dynamite #1.
Well, that's kind of a cute cover.
Yeah, and then actually here we go. I get the trade variant for this. So yeah, this is Red Sonja, Hell Sonja. So
nice.
So whatever.
Interestingly enough, Comic Gains guest on Only Slaps this Saturday.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta watch this. Remind me of the Friday one. I got nothing going on. I'll maybe I'll spend the last little bit of my money on some of her mystery boxes.
Yeah, she's always she's actually a pretty good supporter of the community and stuff. And watching her, Rod's got a mystery in space in hand. You got to enlarge him.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, that looks an early one too.
Oh wow.
You motherfucker! What issue is that?
2.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh Jesus!
Oh, bitch. What did that set you back?
It's got some ticks on it. I can see some spine.
Minor.
I know.
I mean, it's mostly here's where the issue is.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's painful, yeah.
But
whatever. It's issue #2. That's
I know. I'm just having fun with it.
I love the red and yellow type on there. And the bubble helmets. Everything you want.
That's right.
I'm just really annoyed that your box hasn't
what did you end up paying for that one, Rod?
I have to look it up. I don't remember. 2.
Yeah.
But it shipped.
Oh, jeez, do not bend. Do not bend. Ouch. See, I have a bone to pick.
That's why I was looking at it, because it just came today. I was like, oh, I got to take a look at this because it shipped in a freaking paper envelope that said "Do not bend."
Jesus Christ!
But that is a sexy book.
The
crazy thing is, the same condition for me to get a #1 will cost so much more.
Oh, my number. Well, yeah.
What's #2 run for? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I want to say it was mid, 2.
Yeah.
But 100. But
for a long time, those were. I mean, 1 and 2, I'm sure, are always pricey though.
Number 1 is I haven't seen one for less than 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Hey, have you heard of the series on Apple TV called Hello Tomorrow, Rob?
No, I don't watch Apple TV. So.
Okay, it's Billy Crudup, and it's like retrofuturism. He's a salesman in the 50s where robots exist and everything else, like 50s sci-fi robots, and he's going around the country selling plots on the moon for people to live. And he's a con man salesman. It's pretty interesting. I think you would love the aesthetic of it.
Interesting.
Because it's all it is all retro future. It's all double helmets, flying cars, and diners where you get served by robots and that kind of stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So I do have a small bone to pick. I'll put it on here, but I put it on Instagram.
I know you got a small bone.
So does your wife.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Low
hanging
At
fruit.
least I've got one. I don't
Especially as he gets older. It's even
Well,
more hanging
yeah.
fruit.
I'm very
You tried looking up hymns.com.
So
Meet Bob.
during the Super Bowl, good old Unknown Comics. I have another box coming to them. I'm trying to that black. I haven't really not really a lot to show off. So the black cat they're giving away. I went in and I got one of those boxes coming because I can sell the extras up in the shop hopefully. But I bought one of their. They had 38% off, and I bought one of their 20 Virgin. You read the stupid thing, they underlined fucking Virgin copies, and then midway through going through them, these were sitting in there.
Yeah, those are not virgins.
And these are not virgins. So I went ahead and said, hey, why are these in here? These are not Virgin covers. And they got back to me on Instagram and said, oh, yes, minimal whatevers are considered virgins to them. So the rest of the covers are really, I do admit, there's some old stuff in here. I'll show off a few, but the video's coming. Nice stack of book for $68. So you pay it for $68, not bad. But you get, I've never seen, there's one, I mean, some of these covers are older. I know nobody cares about this, but I mean, the Batman, I mean, it's fucking beautiful. Harley Quinn, I mean, there's like $3 each.
This drives me crazy here. That this is a something book I sent to somebody in the way that I do things. I can see my sticker underneath here where I say reuse my packaging, but then he closed it with duct tape, which is like.
I'll tell you, your box I sent you does not have any duct tape on it.
I've had those guys that use the Tyvek mailers to wrap their stuff in, which I don't mind. But they put that adhesive, and you just end up having to rip the shit out of it trying to get the thing open.
And they put it like as tight as they can around the books, so you can't get a knife in there.
Yeah, and then you end up fucking up the book because you're gonna bend it no matter what the fuck you do. And
Oh, by the way, Unknown Comics never got back to me. They couldn't care less about.
Unknown Comics has some of the worst customer service on the fucking planet. They're awful. So
I just went whatever. I hate to say I've got one.
Call it out publicly like you did, man. Maybe it'll bring something of it.
Well, that's why I put it on the thing and put them on it. What's up, Eric? So we'll see. I mean, I don't consider. I don't mind the books.
Video.
But I don't mind the books. They were kind of. I've had those covers before. I've had the versions of those before.
What? You didn't put it in the freaking back in the bag?
What? What was it? Explain.
So, it's a commission.
It's a cool cover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You left it out of the bag.
Yeah.
So this was all white cover. So he.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's nice. But he didn't put it in the bag.
Yeah, he didn't put it in the poly bag. Just put it between the boards.
It just goes to show even artists are jackasses sometimes.
God.
That's funny.
This is welcome to Cranky Comic Chat, people. We bitch about how other people are wrong about everything they do.
Yeah, well, I heard that McFarlane, whatever, that mystery boxes are crap. The GP.
Well, McFarlane, whatever. Yeah, it was a $40 box.
Oh, it was? I thought I didn't even notice it. I probably should have grabbed one just for
No, they were all sold. I was going to just to jump in because they were talking about having an unboxing match about or whatever, and but it's all sold out by the time I got there. And,
yeah, I mean everyone.
I did come up with my new name for mystery boxes, and I'm trademarking it, so none of you fuckers can use it.
But Taylor, my question is, how are the "Don't Be a Dick" shirts doing now?
I don't know. They're not picked up, so I need to.
Really? You need to market those, move those to the top after this movie came out. And
I know. I should try to get a celebrity to wear one or something.
In the Ant-Man and the Wasp, they use "Don't Be a Dick."
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing in talking to one of the bad guys.
They do.
Dude, don't be a dick.
We were going to see it last
and also, I also found out Will Wheaton uses it to sign off on every video he does. So.
Oh.
It's been around for a while.
Well, yes,
I'm not saying that Taylor came up with the idea of "don't be a dick" all together in one sentence.
No, but what
I'm saying is that he has clothing line that includes that. If you go to the Taylor Winter collection,
that's true.
At
TaylorWinter.com. And I do sign off,
"Don't Be a Dick" shirt.
I do sign off on every video with a variation of "Don't Be a Dick." So.
That's right. Yeah. So there you are.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
What's up? What's up?
I was working a prolonged promotion for our friend here for his merch store, and you tried to ruin it, Eddie. That's because that's the kind of friend you are versus the kind of friend I am.
Eddie just wipes my ass with his shirts. He's like,
Yours is that's hey, I have a sweatshirt somewhere.
Yeah.
I've worked that thing out too. It's starting to come off all the warnings. I do get people telling me they like it every time they see it.
Are you using the mic in this behind your monitor or something?
I wish. Hang on.
I tried that.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. It's like muffled and it sounds like it's behind something
I know what the problem is then, okay?
Or maybe it's the one in your laptop. I don't know.
It sounds like you're
Oh, yeah.
It switched my camera mic again versus my good one. So give me a moment, I'll figure it out. You guys have fun.
There you are. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm a little verklempt.
Yes.
You didn't have to log out to do it. Just change your settings.
If anyone's watching, Eric, I Got Comics, does have a raffle going on that I'm tempted to join to upgrade my copy of Where Why Not number 32.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's selling the first appearance of the Creeper in 8.5 showcase. I can't remember the issue number. So 250, I think. But well, Chop, they're all at TaylorWinter.com. I need to drop some new ones. I haven't dropped a new one in a while. I just kind of,
shirt or hat. You can also get like the villain's hat.
It's true. It's just the t-shirts don't sell well around here in the winter because it's bitch tits cold. So
don't forget the Evil Doer sweatshirt.
Yeah, there we go. I got the villain sweatshirt too. I need to some of the sweatshirts I am going to switch up because I have a different printer I like better now, and I'm going to switch them over onto Champion hoodies, which I like better too. So I'm going to pull.
Watch out, dog. Move out of the way. Because everybody knows that merchandise sells better when it's modeled. So you can also get, if you talk to Taylor directly, you can get
custom stuff. I'll have custom shit for you.
Is this working better?
Much better.
That's right.
Okay, yeah.
That's right. Bend over. Everything sells better when a woman wears it and bends over.
Exactly. The evil looks great on you.
Thank you.
Do I need to? Should I have spelled Rob's evil do her?
Oh, there you go.
Well, that was the whole thing for anybody.
Yes.
For the 3 people watching at home, she had it done. Just says evil, so she can wear it next to me when I wear the Evil Doer shirt.
Yeah, there we go.
It's our variation of "I was stupid."
Yeah, I like your variation better.
Fitting, definitely fitting.
I come in peace, and I am peace.
I come in peas, like a bowl of peas.
No, I come in peace. And then the other one says, "I'm peace."
Nice.
You got to do a 2 for do the 2 for shirts.
All right, dog. You're
I'm kind of annoyed that your package is. I mean,
what about my package? You're annoyed by?
Oh no, it's the one I sent to Taylor. I dropped it off at the St. George post office yesterday at work. And
yesterday's was. I mean, that's fine, Eddie.
I'm just saying. Usually
yesterday was a holiday.
Yeah.
Usually scan. Well, I got a package yesterday from USPS. Showed up yesterday. I don't know why on my doorstep. That Unknown Comics box showed up, and I have no idea why. I don't know how or why on a freaking holiday they showed up on my doorstep.
Because they didn't want to carry it on regular day. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They do weird things. Who knows? Well, my work switched around yesterday's holiday with Martin Luther King, so. I mean, my work Dominion did, so I couldn't take it off.
Oh, you know what? It was probably delivered by the postal service because it was probably done through originally I would look at the track. So you can, some of these companies, they ship stuff through UPS, but it ends up going gets handed over to the postal service, but it's cheaper for them because they for some stuff, and for that stuff, the postal service does do deliveries on days that they don't normally deliver for UPS stuff.
Yeah,
I remember I had them deliver like 50 pounds of charcoal on a Sunday one time, or claim that they tried to. But
I can ask on here. Can somebody DM me on Instagram?
No,
Gary's full
it's a
address.
it's a scam.
I don't know if I have it. I'll have to look.
Okay, if not, I'll have to ask him.
His current address as opposed to his
current
old
address.
one.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't have his new one.
Yeah, I do.
He 2 years ago, I got some mystery box. I got Tigra #1. He's not going to watch this anyway. So, and he said he wanted it, so I put it aside, and I just found it the other day. But I've been putting aside Red Sonja and Conan books for it. So I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's get them out of my hair finally. So I figured I'd just send him that for the hell of it. But I don't have his address anywhere. I looked.
Well, it would have been an old address anyways, probably. So
okay,
I have the new one.
There you go. Rob's got everybody's contact info.
It keeps it all on.
He's the comic book gatekeeper.
Well,
Pirate Ship keeps track of that stuff once I ship something to them.
That's true.
Yeah, me too. Pirate Ship's got all mine, but I didn't use Pirate Ship when I did him.
But you may not have sent him something since then, whereas I've sent him things. So.
Yeah.
And we'll look at our weather. What we're expecting. We're expecting massive rain tonight.
Wait, Eddie. It's going to get real cold. Right now, and it'll be really windy soon.
Yeah.
The wind here is ridiculous.
We've already got the wind. We have the wind already. At 11 o'clock tonight, it's going to start. Snow starts at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Goes through all day tomorrow till 2 o'clock. Comes back at 5 o'clock.
Anywhere between 1 and 12 inches, and either sleet or ice or freeze. They have no fucking idea. We're supposed to get something, but that big 2,500 mile storm is going to hit us. Part of it. So.
Oh, we'll sooner or later, yeah.
So.
They say 1 to 3 inches, and then.
I kind of hope it hits overnight so I can work from home tomorrow. That's it.
We got 1 to 3, 3 to 5, then 1 to 3, and then 1 to 3 more the next night, and then on Sunday we got another storm. So I'm guessing it'll go out 6 inches tomorrow. But my work wants me to drive down the freeway going 80 miles an hour, and that's how I feel right now. I worked. We did 11 hours today, so and down to St. George, so it was like an hour and a half driving. So that was fun.
Well, like I was telling you, I was supposed to do 14 hours tomorrow, but part of it was going to be at a basketball game doing an event marketing at the after work, and I canceled that because I know the weather. Like all the schools around here canceled tomorrow and everything else. So it's like, you know what, I'm not chancing it.
So you guys are trying to sell the drugs to the kids at the
It's a Big Ten basketball game. It's where our fans are. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
I know, I'm kidding.
You can come. It's
going to get cold here. Snow's supposed to drop down. Snow levels dropping down to 1,000 feet, and they're saying that just about every single person in California should be able to see snow from wherever they're at in California.
Acid rain in Ohio, right? Isn't that acid rain? You mean? Sorry, too early, too soon.
And Rob, it'll be Rob's first time seeing snow.
No, I've seen snow before.
When I lived in California, you could always see snow. There were mountains 2 minutes away from the house. Look to the west, look to the east, and there's a giant mountain range. There's plenty of snow.
Yeah, the ones to the east.
I was talking to a friend in Orlando, and it's supposed to be like 91 degrees there for a Thursday. It's like
I was 65 the last 2 days down in St. George. It's beautiful. No mud on my boots. Got to wear my boots home. Didn't have to change. I love it. I'm working down there all week, and I got a little. I don't know. I saw something that bothered me today, and I called a few people, and I shouldn't. And they're like, "Oh, no big deal." These guys at 4 o'clock, they left to go get something, but they left their track hoe 5 feet off the road, power on, door open, and they just left it sitting there and drove off for 45 minutes. Only for some kid to walk by, jump in the track hoe, and go have some fun. I mean, like, really? Right next to like a 30-foot long ditch.
Well,
and I called and was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. They'll be back." Okay, it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm going the fuck home. They're not back. They got there at 5:50.
Snitches get stitches, Eddie.
Yeah, I know. Oh God, you're loud now. Are you that loud? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah. Rob left to go cook, or his wife needs some doing. I'm not sure. Which
yeah. He's going to do some evil. He'll
be back in a second. He'll be back.
He's eating. Yeah.
I know we didn't even have dinner tonight, so no big deal. I'm
I
planning.
had leftover Chinese food. It's very exciting. Mapo tofu.
Sounds good to me. Shit.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I took my wife to dinner one of the Cliffside restaurant down in St. George for our anniversary. It's a different anniversary, but our engagement anniversary the other day, and again it was too foo-foo and not very good.
Mm.
Wasn't that expensive? $140 for two people. She doesn't like.
You're muted, Rob.
Yeah, you muted yourself.
Your engagement.
I don't. Well, no, we just called it that. It was basically for Valentine's Day. It was basically for Valentine's Day. And when we got there, she looks and goes, "Oh wow, we got engaged 7 years ago or 10 years ago." You might
not get much of it where you are. I mean, you might be. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Like it's supposed to hit mostly north of Madison, so you might be safe, Miss So. But
Miss So's here. Oh, ain't missing much.
Yeah, who knows? It's the Midwest. It like if they predict a foot of snow, it'll probably be nothing. It's just
yeah, they do that too. Well, they'll say, "Oh, you're going to get 8 inches." We get 1.5 inches. But the other day, we were supposed to get 1 to 3. We got 8. So it hits right against the mountain here and stops. So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it'll get better, but
it all just depends on what airstream or whatever it's around on here. So and how the winds blow. But I don't know. I'm kind of hoping for it. I'm kind of hoping it just dumps because I'd much rather just work out of the house for the next couple of days.
Well, if it dumps, it just means I don't work. But I'm already working. I've already got 22 hours in 2 days. So I figure tomorrow will be, Thursday and Friday we'll work. It'll be 11 because St. George will get some rain. That's about it. But they'll get a little snow, but not much. We'll get dumped like 8 inches. But by noon, they'll have the freeways open to where I can get down there if I want to.
One of my coworkers walked past me today. And I was wearing headphones, and like my head was kind of like this. She's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." Oh my God, I was definitely dozing off.
Yeah, I was just thinking real hard.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I just like dropped my. I was like, look, I don't even know what I said. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
What happens if you I never did that star chat thing on here. Oh well, whatever.
I don't know.
Little star next to you on the when you make it the highlight like that. There's a little star there. You can, I guess, makes it a favorite. I don't know if it keeps it or not. Curiosity. But whatever. Actually, I didn't buy any comic books yet last week or this week. Oh well, bought 0.
Well,
except for the mystery box.
Save money.
I've been buying pops and stuff just to sell at that shop because that's what sells. I realized I'm over rent for the month, so I paid my rent for next month, but I've got like $50.
Well,
and that's a month and a half of sales. But I put up all the ratios last week, all the ones you sent.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm going to check in. If it snows tomorrow and I'm going anywhere, I'll get my wife's car, the Jeep, and take it out. I tried to drive my car in the snow last week. Fuck no. I slid so far all over the place. Oh man!
Really, a rear-wheel drive car and that didn't do so well in the snow.
Yeah. 350 horsepower rear-wheel drive. You tap the thing in the back end. Woo, woo, woo. So,
yeah. Well,
I was driving down Main Street like a little old lady. Huh?
He's got to know how to drive. Huh?
Yeah, I don't drive in snow normally.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I don't. So
I learned how to drive in snow on a rear-wheel drive, like big old boat of a car. So it's just. I mean, it's its own beast. It just you just have to like controlled chaos. It's kind of how it is.
Well, I went to a friend and had the brakes done. Oh my God, Rob, you are totally muted.
Gentle application of the accelerator.
Yeah. Oh, you just whip a shitty and you go. I
turned into a friggin' last week. I turned into a Starbucks. I was going somewhere else in there. It got up on a little hill. And it wouldn't make it. I was only going like 10 miles an hour. It was a dead stop, and the back wheels just freaking went.
Yeah, I saw it. So, and I actually kind of liked it. I mean, it's not a great movie, but it's an entertaining Marvel movie. Like I thought What's His Nuts was really good as Kang. I thought MODOK was goddamn horrible and creepy, but on the whole, it was an entertaining movie. If you like the previous Ant-Mans, or if you like Scott, What's His Nuts is. As Ant-Man, you'll like it, and if you like cosmic adventure stuff,
they didn't change anything major when it comes to like what they did with Thor and go like off the left hand and go. Total.
I mean, it's different tone than the first two Ant-Mans because it's not as jokey. There are still jokes in it,
yeah,
but they made it more a Micronauts. I mean, without saying Micronauts because they don't have the rights to all that shit. It's just it's kind of just an adventure movie in the quantum realm. It's fine.
Yeah.
I liked it better than I liked it a lot better than Thor: Love and Thunder. It's a mid-level Marvel movie. I'd probably rank it in the middle.
Does it move things ahead for what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what I was wondering. We'll see it. Last weekend we were down seeing George house sitting. So
honestly, Jonathan Majors as Kang was probably the highlight for me because he just had this just bubbling under the surface rage to him that I really like. I was like, damn, that's
I've not heard any spoilers yet, so I will gladly wait and see. I guess.
Oh, Kang's in it. Sorry.
Well, yeah, no shit. I know about that.
And so is MODOK.
I just wondered if the whole thing. I really don't care if you do say it or not. I wondered if they did kill off anybody. That's all. I mean, I had the rumor they were going.
I gotta watch it.
I'll see it. No big deal.
Yeah.
I did get to watch and start watching the new Mushroom Zombie movie. I mean, show. I'm up a few episodes, but I'm not done yet.
I like that last one quite a bit. I'm enjoying it.
How many episodes are they up to?
6 now.
So I still got 4 left. Sorry. Yeah. I had no access to anything but Hulu this weekend, so it was kind of we were at her son's house.
I will say this without spoiling much for man. It does feel like they had a couple different endings filmed or a couple different possibilities ready to. But it's a Marvel movie. I think they always fucking do. But
we'll see.
Yeah,
but I want to see that, and I think my wife actually wants to go see
Cocaine Bear
one.
Oh, of Avatar.
Well,
yeah.
My wife and I both went and saw Ant-Man. We both enjoyed ourselves. I mean, again, I'm not going to say it's like amazing cinematic, adventure that you have to go. You can't miss this movie, but I'm not upset about the movie at all.
Yeah.
We also had a 300C in Vegas, and it was a beautiful car until the engine blew up on it. Hemi and everything.
Yeah, okay, Rob, I'm guessing you're probably about the same. Your opinion's much similar to mine on it, Rob. It's a decent Marvel film. It's not amazing, but
I went to the theater to be entertained.
Yeah,
I was entertained.
There you go.
I ate some popcorn, and I left not unhappy.
Yeah. Did you stick around for both the end credit scenes and all that too?
No, I only saw the first one.
Yeah.
I had to go to the bathroom.
Sure.
I was just like, I can't sit through the rest of it. I gotta go.
You can find it online in a minute if you need it.
Usually my experience has been is that the final one is generally super short and really just kind of like something fun. If it doesn't really
that's probably accurate.
move the needle much.
That's probably pretty accurate. It ties into the TV more than anything else.
Right. So I figured, okay, well, that's something I can just read. I can just read it.
Yeah.
Read about what it is because somebody will put hey, here's what it is, or I'll watch a YouTube video explaining what the teaser.
Yeah, there you go.
Mean, right? And then from there, I'll watch it myself once it comes out on video eventually.
Yeah.
Because I can wait for the stream for that. So.
Yeah, I enjoy. I'm really liking The Last of Us. I mean, I've never played the game. I probably never will play the game. Whatever. I'm old and cranky, but I like the show. I think it's funny because it's like, oh, it's a zombie show. There's not very many zombies in the thing. It's mostly about how people are awful, but I get it. So.
Wait, people are awful.
They're I don't know. It's you know the show. It's based on that.
I don't know the show, to be honest. I mean, I know of it. I know of it, but I've never played the game. I've never read the comic. I've never watched an episode.
Yeah, it's where I'd say when it's all said and done, it's probably worth watching. When it's put together. One thing HBO does really well is they're really good at marketing their weekly stuff. So they have it's Sunday nights, HBO nights, and so they get people talking about it on Mondays, which is their vendor shtick for years. And I think it's a good one, and I think it's worth talking about. Episode number 3 is the highlight of the series. I don't want to spoil it, but that's the one that it does have Bill Offer, it's got Nick Offerman in it, and that's probably the highlight of the series thus far. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there are a few gross out scenes, but for the most part, it's pretty tame as far as that goes.
What's tame?
Eric,
You are.
yeah,
Okay.
I never played it. It's like seems like kind of a game that's more about the storytelling than the gameplay, which is fine. I just never got into it. So,
Which game we're talking about?
Last of Us.
Oh, I didn't even tried to play that Marvel game, the Dark whatever it is. I actually bought it on
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns. Played it for 39
whatever
hours.
it is.
Played for 39 hours. It died. The game will not load. So there's a corrupted file on my system. Their system, they couldn't figure it out, so I just uninstalled
and reloaded it.
Yeah, and it still found the same exact error. Now when I did last night, they had some updates in late January, so I put it back on my system last night and hit load. It didn't even go to a load screen. It just printed an error and said send the error. They say there's something wrong in my machine. Some kind of file is corrupted. Like so I'm gonna I've gone through everything I can do, and they looked at everything. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. So as of right now, I got to bring it to somebody who knows more about computers than I do, and I used to know a lot about computers. But
but they don't have HVACs. I don't know.
It's getting well. Okay, this is
punch cards aren't used anymore, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, it has something going on because I get the blue screen of death. I get the blue screen of death every once in a while, and I don't know why. And it reboots for no reason. So it's a nice system.
What are you using? Windows ME?
No, 10. It brings up the one where you can scan that. If you get there fast enough, it's something I think to do with the
I've
sound.
I've never seen a blue screen of death on a Windows 10, to be honest with you.
Oh, I have, yes. It brings up a little
special.
thing you scan it with your phone if you're fast enough to get an error. It says something has happened and reboots.
But then
so
again,
there's a computer shop in town, and I might have them scrub it and just put Windows 11 on it. I could probably do
Windows
that.
11 would only work if you have the right hardware. There's a hardware requirement for Windows 11.
Eric, what you should do is you should raffle it off.
No, it's like I can't.
I liked Midnight Suns. I had fun playing it. I mean, I know it wasn't great, but it did have some kind of strategy to it, and I got 39 hours in, but it just I'm just annoyed that I got it for the pop actually, and I sold the pop for what I about paid for the game. So GameStop had a Iron Man pop only for it. It was like I sold it for 40. I think I paid 50 for the game. So, not a big deal. But I did enjoy it.
Or is it a big deal?
But I guess Target put out some pops, and that's why I went by there yesterday and bought some. It's Target Con. There's a Doctor Strange one. They have their little cons and crap like that. But I don't know. I started putting that out, so I started selling them. So, yeah, I know, randomness. I'm tired. What the fuck you want? Oh, Mandalorian is in 9 days, 10 days?
Yeah, that's fair. I really liked the Andor, but...
Yeah, Andor was great.
But, I mean, I understand that it's not for everybody. It's a very slow-paced kind of bubbling of how the revolution formed. I dug it, but it's not your typical space opera.
I restarted from scratch. I just stopped watching and forgot to go back to it. That's pretty bad.
Mandalorian, I do like the Mandalorian. It's a Western in space, which is great.
Yeah. It was just unfortunate what they did with Boba Fett. That's all.
Oh, Boba Fett. Well, I think there was a lot more backstory on Boba Fett. They tried.
Boba Fett was a god awful series, and
yes, they attempted to tell way too much backstory in way too.
No, they could have done it. No, they could have made it. They could have tied it. They could have made it work, but they allowed too many different directions by the different directors, and they lost sight of what they were doing.
They shit the bed on that badly. I mean, it was just
We're gonna see season 2 of that.
And like the thing is like I don't think anyone in the history of Boba Fett really wanted to see him acting the entire time with his helmet off. You just want to see him be a fucking badass and like do badass Boba Fett-y shit. Instead, it's like
fat ass Boba.
How he should have been carrying.
Which I thought I read a rumor somewhere that they were going to get a second season on that, but they were going to make it go back in the direction that the fans want.
Just throw them back in the Sarlacc pit and be like, there we go, there's season 2.
Yep.
That was all a dream.
Yeah.
You could have. So Boba Fett, my opinion is you could have salvaged a lot of it doing two things. One, getting rid of the stupid little moped gang.
Yeah.
And or the Vespa gang, whatever. And maybe they made them real bikers. And then the second is you needed to tie his time with the Tuscans into something
instead of just that was
just throwing it out there and
when they could have done that easily enough by having when they're going to be under siege, having reached out to the tribe of Tuscans that he helped the Mandalorian kill Din Djarin, kill the crate dragon by making some sort of, hey, I'm really a sand person now. I'm going to honor a sand person, make some kind of connection. They come down and help him defend the city or something. It could have then actually done something to tie that in and kind of make some of it work, as opposed to be like, these people, and we're going to have him do all this stuff here.
And then they're dying.
And then they're going to get killed by this group, and then he'll go kill them just because we want to have a train chase at some point, because the train chase was the only thing that sort of worked in the Han Solo movie. So let's make it work in this.
Yeah, it was a clusterfuck. There's way too, it didn't have a cohesive through point. It just him trying to take over Jabba's thing really didn't make a ton of sense. It was a bad starting point. And then it just got worse.
Also, we had a Boba Fett. I just couldn't get that look out of my head. It was like watching the fat Thor.
Well,
I mean, that was more funny. I actually liked that part, but I couldn't handle the fact of I don't think he can move in that armor fast enough to actually do any of these fights anymore. I mean, really, I think that could have been a problem.
Yeah, the Marvel shows are not great either. I liked Werewolf by Night. And I actually didn't hate She-Hulk. I know a lot of people really.
I enjoyed She-Hulk for the fun of it was.
I didn't care for She-Hulk at all, but I didn't didn't mind Miss Marvel. I liked
Miss Marvel was good.
Surprisingly, considering I wasn't the target demographic.
It was decent. It was fun. It dragged a bit in the middle, but
Yeah. Just don't watch that one guy on Instagram. All he does is bash every single one every time. Who was it? Fucking Rad. Yeah. His handle's fucking Rad. FC.
Oh, whatever. He bashes everything. He's
every single one.
He's like Mark from Legion of Comics bashing everything Marvel.
It sucks. Yeah. Fuck, I don't care, dude. Have your own opinion. Who needs to hear it every 2 minutes?
I don't know. Nobody wants to hear some cranky bastard talk about shit every week. Yeah. I get it.
Oh, that's true.
That's why I much rather watch a cool show like the Harley Quinn animated show. That's great.
There you go.
And the comic series that fills in between it. It's great.
So yeah, I don't know. If we don't get to see Ant-Man, I guess I'll have to wait the 60 days and just watch it when it hits Disney Plus. I don't know. I'm pretty bad. I'm lazy like that because we only have one theater in town and it's very limited on what you've got. So
I have not watched any of the animated DC stuff, and Marvel really hasn't done much animated, have they lately?
But they did the new X-Men one. They're having a season 2 of it. I heard. I don't know if that season 2 meant the old series are coming out with a new one, or they actually had one. I didn't pay attention.
It's not out yet.
Haven't seen Marvel do a lot with that stuff, but DC, I don't know. I know everybody seems to love the DC animated stuff, but I'll tell you, everything that I've watched where people tell me, "Oh, you got to watch this is so good," I've been so let down by them. I'm just like, I don't get it. What do you guys see that you like? I mean, there's some that aren't bad, but I'm generally disappointed by them.
If I remember right, it's been a couple years, but I think the DC Flashpoint movie was pretty good. But
I got into Doom Patrol for a while.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Yeah, I forgot that was. I forgot that was out. Even Eric. Yeah.
Somebody gave it good reviews for what it was. I forgot who it was, but they were talking about it, and they actually said it was one of the guys online. Actually said it was pretty good even for adults. I don't know. Animated. I thought they had an X-Men series coming or whatever. Someone's already said,
X-Men Legends or whatever. The X-Men 92.
What If is cut, I guess. They cut What If.
Good. What do you mean?
They canceled the second series.
Did they? I thought they.
They announced the other day. I'm sorry. They pushed it up 2025.
Okay,
I thought that's what it was. Okay, they cut one of them. I don't know.
They cut. Okay.
They have to move
breaking news. Something got canceled. Maybe
they have to move the animation studio from China to Vietnam. Okay,
you got different kids working on it.
I remember the Devil Dinosaur one. I haven't watched it, but I know it's there.
Funny, that's the same thing your wife says. I know he's there.
At least she
heard
can
of him.
find it. At least she knows it's there and can find it. Unlike Doer.
Well, there you are then.
We were.
I'm a little excited, man. I got a new camera to play with. It
Nice.
does like a little
Oh yeah,
gimbal and stuff, so I can
nice,
go to
Cute little camera.
go to cons and record it.
nice.
Hey, shoot some 4K and stuff, dude.
Is it a GoPro? Or is it
No, it's DJI.
Oh,
The DJI Pocket 2.
Nice.
So it's really small.
Yeah.
In
Hang on.
handheld, but it's got the built-in gimbal to it.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Which is kind of cool. And
I mean, where do you get that, and how much does that cost?
I got it on Amazon. It was normally, I think the list price on them is like $5 or something. I got a refurbished one for like $3.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're right. The Flash trailer does look pretty decent, Miss. So, Ezra, they're in a bit of trouble, and hopefully they get their lives sorted out. But yeah.
Oh God. I mean, yeah, the Flash does look interesting. I'm hoping, but I just the whole what the hell he's done. I'm like, why are they
Use the right pronouns, Eddie? You can do it. It's not that hard.
I have no idea what he does. Sorry, I don't pay attention to
He's
this
a
shit.
they them.
Whatever. Okay.
There you go.
It? Will that work?
No,
Jesus.
that would
All
be
right.
insulting.
Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, it's Eddie.
Yep.
He's,
They them. I'm just saying. If I don't have a clue who it is, how would I know what to call them? I don't pay attention to their lives except for he's been arrested several times for everything from armed robbery.
You can call him Ezra. That's fine too.
Okay, Ezra.
Yeah.
But I'm more. I don't care about them. I care about Michael Keaton, and that's just the nostalgia in me.
Yep.
I'm sure I will be at the end of the day. My only excitement of it is solely needled based on nostalgia, and I'm sure whenever you rely on that, you're bound to be disappointed. But I'm hoping that the nostalgia aspect is what disappoints me, but the rest of the movie makes up for it.
Then why somebody else posted a thing about Gunn bringing back Clooney? Did I miss another weird thing?
No,
I think people were just going like, there's how many Batman are going to be in it, and like.
Well, they said he brought back that he's bringing him back, and I wait. And I saw the preview, the thing, and I'm like, no, that's Keaton.
I don't think anybody said that he was bringing him back. Maybe it was the other way around. They said he's not bringing him back. I don't know.
Oh, some guy posted something.
Yeah, Miss Zoe, absolutely. He looked right in there. You just like, oh yeah, I'm Batman. He just looked like, yeah. And then a little CGI guy dropping down, doing some, yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, but getting down, he's going to do all backflips and a bunch of things that an 80-year-old guy can't do and shit.
Hey, it's all right. Stuntmen and computer work, I'm fine with that, man.
I mean, it does look pretty cool.
I don't need him to do his own stunts. I just need him there for the close-ups and to speak. Right,
Taylor must be bidding on something. He's
no, I'm texting something because I stopped giving a shit when Eddie couldn't figure out pronouns. So,
gee, sorry.
Anyways,
I
don't know. I think the Flash movie looks decent. I don't have as raging hard on as like Mark from Legion of Comics does, but I don't think anybody does.
Well, nobody does.
Yeah. The thing is it's probably it's James Gunn said it's the reset, which means like it's probably the last hurrah for most of those characters.
They even saw something about somebody was referring to like even some of the characters that are introduced in the movie. That's it. They're gonna be a one and done.
I can definitely respect the crabby old lady, Miss. So I'm like,
Miss. So I thought you were gonna come on and join us one of these days.
This Cranky comic chat, it's allowed. Yeah. Hey, sorry, Rob. What you were saying?
I think I just said that some of the even rumors, some of the people characters will be introduced are one and done because they won't be continuing on after the reboot.
What's a standard James Gunn movie? Look what he did with Suicide Squad. Here's a character dead.
Well, he wanted to do more Suicide Squad. It's just he wasn't in charge of the universe then. Like he had plans for Ratcatcher 2, and he also did do Peacemaker after that, at least.
So. Peacemaker is going to continue, I guess, but they just said Vigilante, the actor's out. They're replacing him in it, season 2, I guess.
Oh, really? Where are you reading all this?
It pops up on my feed on my phone. Okay. Let me double check what they said. They said, I get those stupid things. Major actor leaves Marvel Universe, and you go to read it. The voice actor who played so and so 20 years ago isn't coming. You're like, what? But it did say, hold on,
Meanwhile,
yeah, KBD Comics win.
My feed says that Earth's innermost layer is a 400-mile wide ball of iron.
Oh well, how does that work when the world's flat?
Oh, I don't know. Apparently, it doesn't have iron deficiency.
Nice.
James Gunn explains why Peacemaker's Vigilante was recast mid-season. What? Oh, that's not the new one. Okay. Oh, I saw that in my thing the other day. I'm hoping they didn't recast him. Okay, whatever. I give up. Then I can't find it now. Whatever. I still like Peacemaker. I think that was my favorite lately of all the different, even including Marvel and DC. I think Peacekeeper is pretty much.
There's a hot take.
Yeah. Oh, you're just all fucking piss and vinegar, ain't you, Rob?
Dude, I thought this was the name of the show. If you want me to be happy and jovial, change the name of the show.
I need to hop on more Journey stuff. He's too late for my blood nowadays. I have to get up too fucking early for work. I did see the first hour of his interview tonight with Comic Tom. That was pretty interesting. But
okay, according to MSN, fans of DC Peacemaker series crushed after James Gunn reveals yada yada yada. At this point, he announced via Twitter that the promised second season of the show was being delayed to prioritize multiple. Oh, okay, yeah. No, it doesn't. Maybe hell, I don't know. Maybe one of those catchy, ones that I read.
Maybe I should.
I didn't know that it has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oops.
Pretty good.
Only if you trust that.
No, I guess so.
What has a high score of Rotten Tomatoes? I wasn't listening.
Huh? Sorry, I'm trying to read the comment. Sorry,
ladies and gentlemen, that's how we should just end this damn thing tonight.
What? Who? What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the part I was trying to. Whatever. Fuck it.
Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of torture to have to watch the show.
Crucius, I have hard enough trouble staying awake at work on nights I actually do get sleep. So. Yeah, that looks funny, but I don't know if it looks good. That's the problem. So, I'm a Dungeons and Dragons nerd, and I think they're doing a lot to try and make it game accurate, maybe at the expense of the story. We'll see.
If somebody gets to roll the dice, I'll be happy.
The one British actor's in there, right? What's his name again? Great,
awesome.
He hasn't.
There's only one British actor. Come on.
The guy was found with a prostitute during the 90s. Oh my God, how come I don't even know his freaking name? Oh Jesus.
Richard Gere. Pretty Woman.
Gary Glitter. Right.
You think it's you? I don't know. What's your impressions on it besides that you don't know if it's going to be good, Taylor, on the D&D one?
From seeing a trailer, Taylor, tell us your breakdown.
What do you think they're going to do? I don't know. Why can't I ask that? Why is it so funny, Rob?
A group of people are going to go on an adventure trying to loot the room.
Eric.
I'm guessing it's going to be pretty god-awful, but I'm guessing it's going to be horrible, but I'll go see it.
Nice.
They're going to try to loot the room, and they're going to battle some monsters along the way.
Yeah, Hugh Grant. That's who it was. They actually have Hugh Grant. That's who it was. They actually have an action figure out for him at Target. You can buy.
Hugh Grant.
What's up, Nick? How you doing, man?
You remember Hugh Grant?
Huge Rant. I love that guy.
I'm looking. I just said hi to Nick in the chat. You fucking twat. That's all I said.
Who's talking to you?
Nick,
Hey, he's
Pizza
going with the
Continent.
moonbeams of happiness. That's all right.
Oh, good God. All right. How you
Hey
doing,
there,
buddy?
moon pie.
So you're not collecting
Yeah,
those
that's
moon-
how. That's how people realize they can make a living doing it. Like, so the Roll 20 people or whatever, they started playing it live, and now they're all millionaires.
Most of my son's socialization at college is he was in the D&D club.
Yeah.
My daughter plays.
Unlike us cool comic book nerds, D&D nerds
That's
are
right.
totally
He's
different.
guaranteed to get the ladies. Oh, yeah.
I picked up my daughter some glow in the dark or LED D&D dice
Nice.
for $3 online. You plug
Whereas
it in.
I just carve my own from the bones of my enemies.
Nice.
It'd be a little too light, I think. Off balance, probably.
What?
It's an off balance, probably.
Who?
The dice.
Why? You don't think I know how to make things balanced?
Not at a bone.
Fair and balanced. I just put them on Fox.
There you go. He's the Tucker Carlson of D20.
I mean, they said so. It's got to be true, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You should start collecting. You should get those for you, Taylor. They have the 20-side die that are about this big, and you can open them up into different creatures. That's their new take on.
I'm sure those are super balanced too, Eddie.
Hey, the Beholder one, I used to love playing, old video games. Eye of the Beholder, and on the PC.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Kind of my old, those kind of.
I've got my one D20. It's all I need. I've got it shaved down just right. So no.
I used to have a D100. It was a used.
Wow.
Hey, what the hell?
What a conversation.
What the hell? He's alive.
buddy.
DJ, are you here to talk this wonderfully riveting dice talk and Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons. Peace.
Yeah.
That's about the right answer.
Spoken like
I'm mad at me because I was reading something. I didn't hear what they said, though. They're crabbed out all tonight.
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Oh, not bad. How you doing?
Look at Taylor. The background's back to a white background.
I think you have a problem with your computer, sir.
Me?
No.
Eddie?
Why? Yes. What's my computer doing?
It's a PEBCAC issue.
Okay, this is just welcome to this riveting talk, DJ. How you doing?
I was about to say I'm fucking awesome.
The problem.
How did your X-Men chat go?
I gotta go see my doctor about my PEBCAT issue.
Yeah,
it happens to most men our age. You know?
I need a PEP scan.
No, PEBCAC. PEBCAK. Problem exists between chair and keyboard.
You
do. Ding, 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 ding. Give the man $1.
Yeah.
It's like an ID10T error.
This is about the most awkward live I think we've ever had.
I muted DJ? What?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell's going on tonight?
Oh, shit. What did I stumble into?
I don't know. It's like reading what the hell talking about.
Oh, my God. It's so hot. Jesus Christ.
That's me. Sorry.
Well, because I read the bottom thing and said it muted DJ. That's a fucked up thing? What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, he's doing it on himself. Got it.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. Nick tries to be funny from time to time. Sometimes he hits. Most of the time he misses.
Nice.
So yeah. What's going on, Miss So? How you doing?
Anyways, DJ, how was your live tonight? You were on. Whose channel were you
on? Justin from No Good Comics. So on the Omni X-Men show, which is funny. It was my first time being on the show. I don't want to say I'm not a big X-Men fan. I haven't read the X-Men in a long time. And so we had to read issue 167. And it was a nostalgia trip. So it was like one of the, aside from like the facsimiles of those key issues that's been released, like Hulk 1, the Avengers Age of Kang. So I don't revisit like old books because I have so much new shit to read, right? But yeah, I was like engrossed in that old stuff. It felt like a comic book with the the thought balloons into the quote bubbles and basically them dictating every single thing that they're gonna do, and it was cool.
You get sucked into the Claremont run, which you just described every issue. Every issue is like, oh, the psychic totality of my power is in a knife in my fist boner or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was sometimes the new books don't feel, it's just weird. Like old stuff feel like comic books. The art, the dialogue, everything is like comic booky, which I appreciate. Sometimes the this new stuff could be, a bit, I don't want to say commercialized, but I don't know, it seems so like off of a conveyor belt. So and formulaic, which is,
well, what's a nice change of pace is being able to read an entire story in an issue or two and not have to go 6 to 7 issues
10 different books.
Freaking read a single story.
10 titles, 6 books, forget it.
But that's why I gravitate toward like indie books, because indies are 4 or 5 issues and that's
done.
it. Yeah,
that's why I like the old sci-fi. I pick up one book. There's 5 or 6 different stories in the one book.
They're all formulaic, but you got a bunch of mini books.
They're minimalist. I mean, you get it. You're done. You're done in 3 pages. You got 3 pages to tell a story. Go.
Yeah. So with my superhero stuff, I've been kind of letting it build up. So like yesterday, I did Punisher, whatever this new run of Punisher was. I went from issue 1 to 9 in one sitting, so I could just knock it out. Because I prefer reading in trades anyway.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I tend to let them stack up for a couple weeks.
The superhero stuff is rough for me nowadays. There's a couple titles I can stick with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna. I know I keep saying this, but I need to get the DC Universe Unlimited, just because then I'm not spending. I don't need to own every damn issue of every one of these two, especially when you can breeze through them in 2 minutes.
Blasphemy.
Well, I collect. Don't get me wrong, Rob, but I like to focus my collection. I do not need every damn issue of Nightwing or every damn issue of all this shit anymore.
Oh yeah, no Nightwing. You actually probably do.
Yeah, I just I want key issues.
Yeah. What's hard is all the you get Lazarus Planet 1, then you need Lazarus Planet Alpha, you need Lazarus Planet Linden Street. Yeah, it's like you need all the tie-ins, and it's like I don't want none of that shit.
Marvel do like the 10-book tie-in, you're like, fuck no, I'm done.
Well, that's why I think DC is better than Marvel in some ways, because you could a month later, you can read all that shit and catch up. If you're willing to wait a month, you can just catch up.
Is that when they put it on their digital after a month?
If you get to unlimited, if you get a coupon code, it's like $70 or $80 for the year, and which sounds like a lot. But if you're paying $4 or $5 an issue, that adds up.
We'll do that in a month.
Yeah.
With the old X-Men, after like 250, 260, it just started dying for me. I mean, 100 to 200 is what I started on, and after that, I just can't do it. I have up to 400, I think, from what I collected as a kid, and I don't even remember what happened after 300.
Yeah, I know you've said that before, Nick, and I need to pick it up. Just bite the bullet.
Eddie, you still have comics from when you were a kid?
My first ever one that I have that I picked up down College Point Boulevard in a little shop was, I think, Spider-Man Amazing 250, 155.
It wasn't like a drawing on a cave wall?
I didn't know they made they didn't make well, whatever. My joke just fucking ruined. I'm out.
Sorry, buddy, I beat you to the joke. And
Taylor Winder.
Yes, they drew on rocks back then. I used to go down off the park at the end of College Point Boulevard, go out on the rocks and read the scrawlings down by the ocean.
Where College Point Boulevard? Was it by the bowling alley over there?
You go down College Point Boulevard, and then here's what I can remember. I don't remember all the street names. You go down a very large hill. There's a park, an angled park that has a statue. You go down a very large hill, and then it ends way down there at a park. You see LaGuardia across the water, and there used to be burnt out cars down there at the end of the park, over the fence looking into the water. That's PS 129, is that the school I went to right over there? That's where we lived, is down that hill. All the family, 2 grandmothers, uncles, everybody.
Gotcha. So not only did Nick's Kicks and Comics turn his back on New York, you did as well.
Oh, I got pulled out here. My dad moved us. I had no choice. I was too young. So
a likely story.
We worked at Bell and Howell.
Oh, that Bell.
In my defense, when my family left New York, there, DJ, it was like 1786. So
Mine got there in the 40s, and my grandfather fought for the Germans and then came over here.
my family was only in New York for a small bit. They went from Vermont after after 100 something years in Vermont. They moved to New York for the Revolutionary War. After the Revolutionary War, they moved to Wisconsin.
Nice.
Until the Civil War, and then after the Civil War, they went down to Louisiana as carpetbaggers.
Well,
Fought for the Germans.
My dad's side of the family fought on the wrong side of that their Civil War, and one of them was
Herman J.
pretty
McNeil.
bad prison.
That was it.
My family was in Beloit, Wisconsin.
Yeah, it was called Boulevard. I was right.
The thriving metropolis today.
I'm sure.
Nick, stop it.
Sure, it wasn't back then either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about the early 1800s.
Yeah, majority of my family, they moved down to Florida. Like, you know how everybody now from now up here in New York is relocating to Florida. But my older brother went out about 16, 17 years ago. And then the rest of my family followed suit. I'm the only holdback in New York.
They all get old and don't want to deal with the snow anymore.
Or pay taxes.
Yeah, that. Or just want like crazy gun collections.
DJ, where in New York were you at? You were in College Point. Where now you were?
No, I wasn't in College Point. I was born in Bed-Stuy. I lived in Bed-Stuy Brooklyn, up until I was 21, and then I moved to Bushwick.
So DJ is New York.
First ever school, PS 129, Patricia Larkin Elementary School. Looks like a prison, basically a big red brick building with stuff on it. So yes, that's where I spent most of my childhood. Yeah, nice. But yeah,
easy to say for a private house guy in Brooklyn.
Oh, shut up, Nick.
Nick's just hating on you.
So, as Christian, did most of your family then move like to New Mexico, or is like are a lot still down in Mexico, or what's up? I wondered.
Yeah.
My wife's family, that's where they were, half in Spain, half Mexico. Her grandmother lives in Duncan, Arizona, which is New Mexico, Arizona border. Middle of nowhere. I'm talking the tiny town. The only store they have there is a
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dollar.
Oh.
Two bars.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts would have been great.
Just 2 bars in the town?
There are 2 bars, a pizza place, and that's it, I think. There's nothing else in Duncan, Arizona. You go across to New Mexico, about 5 minutes away, there's a Family Dollar and another store, I think, but that's it. There's nothing. You got to go to Safford, Arizona for any Walmart, about 45 minutes away. It's a mining company town. I forgot the name of the mine. The Morenci mine is over there.
Yeah, we traced our lineage. Well, my brother did it, and whatever. I'm Puerto Rican, but we're like 3rd or 4th generation from Spain. So my grandparents' parents, they were from Spain, and then they brought my grandmother over when she was a kid to Puerto Rico.
Nice.
Grandma and Grandpa were straight from Germany, straight out here. Maybe a little Polish in there too. But
9.
Yeah, he fought. I think it must have been World War I. He fought for the Germans.
How did that work out?
I don't know.
Your people.
He was a furniture maker.
He survived.
Yeah.
He made furniture. After that, I had the desk I had from him. He died when I was probably 4 or 5 of whatever cancer. So that's where I'll go. And I still had his desk up until about 5 years ago, and I finally it was falling apart. We tried to it lasted years.
You should just tell people that your family joined NASA when all was said and done.
What's sort of kind of one of these funny small things. I was talking with Dr. Von Hoot the other day, exchanging texts, getting his information, sending him some stuff, and turns out where he's from is actually the town that my family, when they left England, was from. And he's like, "Oh, really? When would they leave?" I said, 1638. It was a little while ago. And he's all, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's a little bit different looking town back then."
Sure. Everyone's talking about all this answer. Does anybody use any certain websites?
Gotcha,
Any certain websites to actually look up, like Ancestry.com or what's the best?
No, I haven't. I've never really done any of that.
I've done some of that, but I mean, I actually, fortunately, I had a lot of stuff that was handed to me that I inherited from my grandmother. That was they had done extensive stuff, and then I was able to connect with. There's actually a Morse Society that focuses on 4 different Morse families that arrived in New England around the same time, and they were able to get me all this background, and I was able to confirm everything via DNA project with them. And then was able to connect with.
You have your own ring, like is it a decoder ring, like a membership ring?
No, and then
Do you have a crest?
With the Sons of the American Revolution, stuff with all
Are
the.
you in the Illuminati?
No, but I am Sons of the Founders and Patriots of America and the Sons of the American Revolution. Does that mean anything?
That sounds iffy to my ears.
Yeah. my I don't know. My family stopped.
When are you planning on seceding from the Union, Rob?
Shit.
My dad. I don't know. My family were Masons until my dad decided he didn't want to do it. So. Because that was fun. That's how my first car insurance guy was like, oh, here's your insurance agent, son. His dad and your grandfather were Masons together, and they've been doing our insurance for 3 generations. Like, all right. So in other words, if you need something, let them know.
Yeah, I don't know, like small towns and stuff. Because Miss So just said I wouldn't mind a small town. I don't know. For me, like every time I've spent a prolonged period in a small town, like I when I visited Florida last, we were there for like a month, and I couldn't do it. Like it was like driving everywhere. I don't know. It was just too much for me. I need to, even though I don't do it here, like I need to be able to just get up and go. You know what I'm saying? And like out there, you can't do that. Like,
it takes more planning. I remember
small towns and stuff, and like I get it to some extent. I don't know if I can do the congestion that New York has and all that either. The sheer amount of bodies and all that.
I'm a good child of the suburbs. I did not like I don't like going. I despise going to San Francisco and stuff, and so the dense city populations. And I wasn't a fan when I used to live up in the mountains of remote, small town, having to drive everywhere and plan ahead and all this other crazy stuff to go. I didn't like any of that either. I do like the convenience of being in the suburbs where I have just a little bit of space, but everything is nearby and I can get to everything.
Well, I lived in Chicago for
Queens. Queens wasn't that bad. It didn't feel like New York. The last time I was back there with my friend who worked at the World Trade Center before it went bye-bye, we went to Manhattan, and we basically went downtown and went like this. I couldn't even. I got dizzy. It's been so long since I've been down there.
That's how we were with redwood trees.
What I miss about city living, and it also doesn't matter anymore because I'm fucking old as shit. But like I miss like, oh, I want a taco at 2 a.m. I get a fucking taco at 2 a.m. and like all that kind of great stuff. Like, Chicago was not as much of a 24-hour city as New York, I'm sure, but it still had all that. And like, now I go to bed at 9 o'clock at night. Who the fuck am I kidding? But
yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I don't know. Like, I don't know if we would ever like want to leave. The only thing that will, like, if my daughter were to, get married and pop out a kid or whatever, and if she were to relocate somewhere, like, I wouldn't want to be far away from her and then like grandkids or whatever. So that'll be like the only thing that'll drive me to kind of go someplace else.
Farther away from grandkids is the better now.
This is going to get me canceled, and I don't really care because it's on Eddie's channel. No one's watching.
Yeah.
The problem with small towns is they tend to lean real right wing real fast, and you get a whole lot of bored people that all look alike, really fucking annoyed with other people that don't look just like you, and it doesn't go so well.
That's I'm in a small town now, and that's what it's like. Really, you go to Vegas, you totally forget. You're like culture shock. I lived in California for 30 years. You go to Vegas, you're like there's people wearing underwear in Walmart, and everyone's got guns on their. I mean, up here, everybody's got guns on their sides, and you got the trucks running around with the Confederate flag flying out the back. I'm like, can we shoot those guys?
But, yeah, they're all cranky that we canceled the name Dixie on the school.
Yeah,
Miss So, I'm assuming that's in Southern California, in which case, no.
Yeah, it's down there.
I don't generally go to the desert very often. Well, actually, I take that back. My parents live down in the desert now because they're silly. But if I don't, no, probably not. I'm not a Nintendo guy. I never owned I take that back. I did own a Nintendo 64. I'm not into the Nintendo culture. How's that?
Holy crap! Ancestry.com is $25 a month.
That
Yeah,
Nintendo thing, yeah, it looks really cool though. Like I'm not a Nintendo guy.
Cool,
It looks cool.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of it, but I mean, I'm not into that culture. I mean, I don't know. I was Donkey Kong way back in the day, but if I go down to if I make the trek to Southern California, and so to put it into perspective for those of you guys on the East Coast, I'm in the middle of the state. Southern California is about 400 miles away to get down to like Disneyland and stuff.
Oh wow!
So, and that's only going half the state. So it's not so. If I go down there, I would go to Disneyland probably, and that's if you go to Disneyland, then you're going there for multiple days. I'm just not. I don't even care about going there for that stuff.
Yeah, I've only been to Cali once. I went for a conference and in San Francisco, and we were in like we stayed in the city, but then we went once the conference was done, we went to Sausalito.
Okay,
and I loved it. Like loved it.
There's
like,
lots
I would move there.
There's lots of stuff. It's out here to see, but I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
I always hate when people come out here now. They want to go see a flipping orange bridge. Well,
Yeah, that was.
it's a bridge and it's orange. It's not exciting.
It is if you're thinking about jumping.
No, what's actually much more interesting is actually to me, at least to me, is beneath the bridge. There's
the trolls.
No,
You're gonna have chili peppers.
There's a trail.
No, that's Nirvana.
So there's a trail because there's Fort Point is down there. There's basically the history of you can basically go through the history of coastal defense. There's a old fort from pre-Civil War that used to defend the bay, and then as you go up into the North Bay, it transitions into up to the Nike big old World War One artillery emplacements to Nike missile batteries. All these different things as you can see like the history of coastal defense and stuff that went on. Because my great grandfather was an artillery instructor during World War One out there at the Presidio in San Francisco.
He killed Eddie's great grandfather.
Probably not, unless Eddie's great grandfather tried to invade San Francisco, since he was doing artillery instruction in San Francisco.
So in my mind, your great grandfather killed Eddie's.
Sure, let's go with that. and Eddie never was born.
Yeah, basically.
Flashpoint.
The Eddie paradox.
No. So right before your great grandfather killed Eddie's great grandfather, Eddie's great grandfather had a night at the brothel, and that's how Eddie was conceived.
The artillery shell passed through his pelvic region and it entered another.
Well, now Eddie's got to go back in time and kill Rob's grandfather to keep things going. Anyways,
Eddie's like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Ancestry.com. Sorry.
The thing you have to be careful about Ancestry.com is it's not necessarily always so. Some of the stuff is good data, but it's makes a lot of suggestions that aren't necessarily vetted. So just because somebody says that this is to this, you still have to have some understanding, and you have to do some research to make sure that that person is actually who the record is referenced to, or because there's lots of John Smiths and things like that.
Oh no, but with that they don't that doesn't trace like family tree. It just traces your genetic makeup.
No, so there's two different aspects. Okay. So one of the things that what is this? Like Ancestry.com does have a genetic thing where you can take a sample and they'll tell you what they think your background is, right?
Burn sample right into the envelope.
But they also have it's a system of allows people to basically crowdsource their family trees. That they each have their family trees, and by putting them all together, it can then find links and find, documents that people say. Also, it also will do public record searches. So one of the things that I did,
like, this is your second cousin we found, whatever.
it could do that, but one of the things that was a little bit better, was I found it useful when I was doing my final connections for my membership with the Sons of American Revolution, was I needed a couple pieces of documentation for some more recent family members, and I was able to find the documents I needed via census records that were available. So you can find census records and find, oh, okay, yeah, this is so and so. I knew that they lived in this area. Here's enough, sure enough, confirmed it was there. So there's all kinds of little things like that you can and wedding record. There's various records that are available that you can search and maybe connect it to help you to validate that person is actually, that your family says, oh yeah, you're related to this person, and you can make these trails and make the paper connection that goes there as well. But you'll get a lot of suggestions and stuff that come up, and they're not always all accurate. So you have to do some vetting and
Yeah, because like it asked me, like I don't remember I'd have to go look up my dad's year where he was born, my mother's year where they were born, and that kind of crap. So my tree is 7 people and all the grandparents. I don't have all that information. So does it try to even look up things, or does it start giving you hints later on, or what? I'm just curious.
It's only as good as the information you feed into it and what other people have fed into it in order to make the connections, right? And public record searches are limited in how far back, how recent they can present them. So like any census records that are less than 70 years old will not be there, because the person is likely still alive. So they won't provide certain public records available. They're still kind of held back. At least that's how it was back when I tried it. I used it for basically what you can do is I subscribed for like a month or two, used it heavily during that period of time, and then I turned off my subscription. I still to this day get notification of hints and other stuff, but I can't really view most of it unless I go in there and pay again.
Yeah,
But there's other ones that are out there that are available that are less costly or potentially even free. It just happens to be, it's a question. You're putting information out there though, that can be used for other purposes though too. So be careful where it is, what you're putting out there. And
I just put some basics.
A lot of mother maiden names are available out there. People with people's date of births and locations and hometowns and all that fun stuff is available if somebody were to hack that.
I thought about doing the DNA thing on one of them because I know one guy that found a daughter he didn't know he had. She's like 40 and he's like, he's 60.
The most interesting thing I've seen with the DNA stuff, because I mean, telling you that like, oh, this person, your background is you most likely came from this region of the world or whatever, is whatever. Humanity has been intermingling for a long time, right? So I don't know all the science. I know that other than also depending upon how many markers you pay to have analyzed, the costs go up, but the more accurate it is. But what was more interesting to me was actually when I was part of this Morse Society. Like I said, they had 4 different families that had the same surname. That all arrived in the same roughly area of New England area around the same time, but they wanted to see, were they connected, and so they did a DNA project with them, getting samples from different family members who had clearly documented paper trails as to who they were related to, and then do the DNA analysis comparison to find which families were actually connected and which ones weren't connected, and where were the connections to, etc. I was connected to none of them.
Yeah. KBDM talking about DNA. He's like, you guys talking about David Nakayama.
Yes. Let's get into that. That might be more comic related.
Yeah, but I was saying we've hit the comic. I've hit a wall.
Everyone's going to Heroes Con. DJ, you're going to Hero Con, right?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to Heroes Con.
Taylor's going to Heroes Con.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to Heroes Con. Yeah.
Eddie, I don't think is.
I got to book my flight.
Dropping out until I don't even know. I won't know enough people, and I'll be bored. To, you know what I mean?
How do you don't know enough people?
I mean, you guys all. I don't know. I just feel like I gotta have the money, so I'll do a few mystery.
Eddie's not
boxes.
going. The rest of us are, Miss. So.
Yeah, I'm debating. When is it?
June 16th, 17th.
Yeah, I don't even have a hotel yet. They're probably all the good ones are probably mostly gone. So
There's lots of hotels.
I know that, but I don't know.
Hotel flights, everything's there. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, no, I finalized. I got my flights taken care of finally.
Mhm.
That was the only thing I was holding off on. Was
Yeah,
'cause I
Vegas
kept
is
waiting
having
for a
another
better
one.
deal to come hit, but it wasn't.
Yeah, so I still have to ask off on work and then figure out flights, but neither of those should be an issue.
Vegas is having one soon, so it's a lot easier for me just to drive 2 hours and go there.
Well, yes.
No, well, I'm going to. Well, the other ones I'm going to are pretty local, so. But I'm being pretty stoked about what I'm reading about Shortbox Live. It looks like it's turning into an actual pretty decent event because they even have. There's another a con that was up in Pacific Northwest that canceled its thing, so they can combine efforts now with Shortbox Live. So that's gonna be pretty cool in May.
Hey, why are you awake so late there, DJ? It's like almost 11 for you.
I was on
Oh, that's right, you're on the other show.
that stream, so I was just like, let me just hop on.
He wanted to say hi. He loves you, Eddie.
Yeah,
No,
he never says
'cause
hi.
I-
Give me a freaking
Okay, let's not go that
I
far.
watch all the
Sorry.
time, and this guy Eddie's like, "Oh, the DJ hates us," blah blah blah. So I was just like,
Oh, he
"He's
says
not-
that
he's
about-
not-
Hey,
he's
he's
not
like
gonna
a
fuck himself
freaking-
live."
my wife's
If I'm-
like, listen.
if I'm
That's good,
2
that's
minutes,
all I'm glad you came in there.
if I'm
My
2
wife's like,
minutes
"What's
late
that
to this
credit
thing,
card
he's
fee?"
like, "Oh, Rob doesn't like us anymore. He's got 1,000 subscribers now, so he doesn't care about us anymore."
Shit.
Welcome to my world, Rob.
Oh, DJ, you guys are all gonna have 1,000 before I hit 500 at this
That's
rate.
that
So-
World
mean,
War
man.
One German DNA.
Yeah, DJ,
bro.
DJ, what do you think you're gonna hit 1,000,
I'm
DJ?
going real slow.
Hopefully I hit 1,000 soon.
No, you guys are all gonna have. Well, I know he does. I know Taylor's about to. Rob has. So I'll
Yeah,
be
actually,
glad.
I even got notification that they sent me my first check, so I can turn around and deposit that into the Comics Curing Cancer
Nice.
Fund.
Nice, congrats, man.
All right, well,
Right.
speaking of late night, guys, I got to get to bed.
33 cents of advertising revenue. Yes.
Does anybody want to promote anything?
Oh, sure. Thursday, I have some slabs I'll be unboxing, including a super major key.
Nice.
And then on Saturday, only slabs, we got comic games.
Should be a good one.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Oh, that didn't work. The Bearded Wonder. Besides opening up the worst comic book box ever.
It's funny because it was called the worst comic book mystery box ever. That's what it was called.
I would have loved that box.
Let me lean because I don't really like. If you notice, all the mystery box titles, they're basically all the same. And I was just like, let me try to do the clickbaity thing this time, see what happens.
Be
And that's
cranky
what
whenever
works,
you want
man.
with this, so.
I honestly thought you were going to tear apart a box. That it was like,
Yeah, I thought you were going to totally rag
and
on
it was like, oh,
totally
good
was.
one, buddy, good one.
You told me
think-
it was coming, so I knew it
I
was
think
coming.
99% of the people that watched that video thought it was going to be a terrible.
Yeah,
DJ's
you have
finally
to-
going to rip
like,
into
Have
somebody.
you watched did the metrics trail off, or did the views trail off when they realize you're not?
No, it's actually steady, which is weird
Really?
because it's not because it's still like a wacky box. It's
It
like
is
a
a
bunch of
wacky
shit
box.
nobody's ever heard of, which was pretty cool. I'm
What
actually
did
I'm
you
giving
get
away
for
that whole box on
$4,
Friday.
right?
What
$1.30.
does that seller do a bunch of those? You know?
I'm not sure, to be honest. So I know he's been watching like.
Message me that seller's name if you don't mind.
Okay, I will. So
How
I
much
know
you
he does that. I don't know if he had other ones up, but Comic Journey was interested in getting one.
Yeah.
You Now.
Yeah.
And legit, it went up. It started at 99 cents, and then
Oh, it was an
the
auction.
final was $1.30, which I was just like, what?
$1.30 plus how much shipping?
$17 shipping.
No.
Still
Like,
worth it. Considering you
funny-
put in a
You got a bunch of
$15
books,
gift
and they're all
card for
wacko.
Starbucks, that's
Yeah, with the $15 Starbucks, which is ironically, I hate Starbucks. So I'm actually giving that entire box away on Friday on In the Mix with the Starbucks gift card, and then I threw in like
I
another.
figured you'd at least give the Starbucks gift card to your wife or your kid or something.
No, my kid, I disowned her.
Oh,
At my
okay,
wife's
fair enough.
job, they have in the building, they have a Starbucks in the building, and it's part of their return to work program. They give them free Starbucks.
Oh yeah, we have a
Um,
free espresso cart in our work. If I showed up
Yeah.
to the office, and
So I'm going to give away that entire box on Friday, as well as I think I put like 10 extra books of random stuff, along with the Starbucks gift card. We're going to give that away in the mix on Friday. So 9 p.m.
Oh.
Friday.
so you're gonna pay to ship it again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cranky comic review tomorrow night, hopefully.
Something,
shit, my
sometime,
legs.
somewhere.
Whatever. I review comics every week. I get cranky. I'm still working on reviving a few older things I got going on. I'm trying to bring back Unboxing Match, but I haven't figured out the logistics of it yet. And I'm going to start probably dipping my toe back into the mystery box game because I do enjoy doing it, but I'm cranky. So
It's hard to find. It's hard to find now.
Lately, it's impossible, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
I missed the Fisk one, or I would have grabbed that.
Fisk
And
does several, but I mean, because I just got
Wilson?
2. No, there's a guy Fisk Comics.
Fisk Comics.
He does some that are like $30 or whatever, and they're like it's like a box that's like packed, it's stacked with books, and then there's a chance to get a slab.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, oh, okay, I just got mine today, so I haven't opened them up yet. But
Is that the
I've got
$30 one?
I got 2 different ones. I think one was 25 and one was 30.
Because he had one that was around 100, I thought, and he ended up dumping them, but they each came with a slab. And then
No. He had ones that was like one price, whatever it was like double was it was like $100 something, but he only had a few left, so he just put them up at $50.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, I'll take one of those.
His new one's $30, and it's just raw newer books, I think. Mainly.
Yeah, I don't know. I got some stuff here. I got to open it up and do so. That'll be like next week's fun stuff, maybe. But I figured I'd give it a try. The price point, I couldn't be too upset. You know.
Well, the shop I'm selling my crap out of should start generating some cash in a few weeks.
I'm
I'd give it up on the X-Men for now because they're just too much.
I'm sure that this stuff, what's inside there for the most part, I'm sure since it's an actual comic shop, I'm sure it's back issues and stuff that for the most part aren't much of anything, and that's why he's doing them low price with a chance to win a slab. That way he's, if you win the slab, that's the big prize you're after, essentially, kind of like a mini torpedo box. Only I'm not going to cry because it's only $30.
Yeah, you can't get mad at $30.
Yeah,
I mean you can, but
yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna unbox it. It'll be content. It's worth the $30 right there, right?
Yep. There
you can go on eBay for $1.30.
There you go.
I looked under worst comic mystery box and nothing came up. So
throw it in my giveaway bin.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a rather big one of those if I ever had to. Okay, guys, that's it for everybody. We're going to bed.
No, we're not. I'm not going to bed with you, Eddie. I told you.
Oh, come on, Rob.
It takes a bigger dinner than you can afford.
I want to get the oil out and take it on the rubber and
do the alternate head to feet. Then it's not gay, Rob. You're fine.
General will stay in the middle.
And our boss told me it's like as long as you can close your eyes and pretend it's not gay.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm out.
Yeah, we out. Bye.